Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another feature match commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be round 4 of my current online Discord tournament. If you guys do want to play in the next one, which will be starting at the beginning of February with Blazing Vortex, definitely go ahead and check out the link to the Discord server in the description box as usual. But this is going to be a matchup featuring Eltanin on Mekk-Knight Invoked versus Mekk on Burning Abyss Eldlich, so this should be fairly interesting. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. So we're going to be seeing a very intense rock, paper, scissors battle. 3 ties in a row. Who's going to take it? And it looks like it's going to be BA Eldlich actually opting to go first. And it is also a 60 card build, which is pretty noteworthy. But the opener for BA Eldlich is going to be double Scarm, Scarlet, Walkero, and Dynamiscus. It sucks to open both of these because now if he wants to make Dante, he can't get a Scarm search this turn. He might just opt to set traps if he wants to do that, which is like fair as well. We'll end up seeing what he goes for. But this hand's fine, has both engines, which is good. And then the opening hand for Mekk-Knight Invoked is going to be a Purple Nightfall, Terraforming, Ghost Spell, Droplet, and Feather Duster. So this main deck actually might be relevant for sure. And Droplet as well here in the main deck, which is pretty interesting. Main phase 1, going to go ahead and Special Scarm, the normal Scarm, and then go for a copy of Dante. So choosing to commit to the Dante. Going to mill 3, hits a copy of Rhino, which is good. And we see Fiend Griefing, which is pretty nice. Some people are actually playing Transmigration Prophecy, just like in general, to shuffle back Drytrons. And this is a nice card to be able to play in just regular BA, since it's also partly an extender as well, which is cool. It helps like get your engine going. Rhino send Graph summon Seer. Link summon a copy of Masquerena. Seer chilling 1 on Dante, Dante chilling 2, or on Scarm. And chooses not to actually use Bell on that. If Eltanin opted to, then it would have denied Beatrice. But it looks like he's not even going for Beatrice, just going to have a card in hand to pitch for Dynamiscus, which is fair. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Ash on time as usual. Yeah, because that would have stopped the Graph or the Rhino. Mostly the Graph, though. Yeah, which would have been big, actually, because then there wouldn't be a card in hand for Dynamiscus, or it'd just be a lot more awkward. But main phase 1, we're going to see the Feather Duster, and that is going to be pretty rough. Yeah, everything is going to hit the grave. And then going to set the Terraforming before summoning Purple Nightfall. And then Purple Effect is going to search for a copy of Blue. He could consider just going into Unicorn, shuffling back the Terraforming. But chooses not to, just going to wait for something actually of value, which actually would have been good if this was shuffled. It would have forced out Droplet at least. But Blue Sky going to search a copy of Indigo Eclipse. And then he's going to flip up Terraforming, which is going to grab a copy of Magical Meltdown. And then Meltdown Effect is going to grab a copy of Alistair to hand. And then Alistair is going to be normal summoned, then that's going to search for a copy of Invocation. And then IP going to be attempted, and then that's going to force out Droplet, which is not too bad, really. He's going to send away the Meltdown, and then hit the IP. So yeah, now BA is just completely out of interruptions here. Yeah, the Feather Duster Droplet combination was pretty much just going to shut down this hand no matter what. Not really anything he could have done, I don't think. Going to now link summon for a copy of Verite Anaconda, and then set the Invocation before going for the Indigo Eclipse, and then activate Invocation. And that's going to be the end of game 1 right there. Yeah, Hcabe, Dragoon was probably going to come out there. I'm assuming he's on Dragoon. So yeah, that would have just been way too much to deal with. So that's going to be the Mekk-Knight Invoked player actually taking game number 1 here. So moving on to game 2, we're going to be seeing the BA Eldlich deck go first again. And if you guys are enjoying this commentary, definitely be sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new here and want to see more videos similar to this style. But the opening hand for BA Eldlich is going to be Conquistador, Scarlet, Double Ash, and Tour Guide. Always risky, having to have Tour Guide as your only starter, but he does have Eldlich follow-up, which is decent. It's fine again, he has both engines for both games, actually, which is good. And then Mekk-Knight Invoked for the opening hand is going to have a copy of Invocation, Ash Blossom, Feather Duster, Purple Nightfall, and Instant Fusion. So a lot of go second cards. Drew the Feather Duster again. That is crazy. Main phase 1, normal summon Tour Guide. That's going to get hit with Ash. Set 2 and pass. He's gonna draw Red Ice Fusion, which is gonna force an interesting decision tree. If he wants to use this, it'll get hit with Ash. If not, he can go for the Mekk-Knight stuff, but not Emanon Dragoon, unless if he like hard commits with the Instant Fusion. Should be pretty interesting. Gonna activate Feather Duster again. This time he's gonna activate the Scarlet, and then set up a Golden Lord, and then Conquistador goes to grave as well. Red Ice Fusion is gonna be activated, and then that's gonna be ashed. So that actually turns off the rest of the hand. So that bought the BA Eldlich deck a bit of time, which definitely matters in a deck that aims to grind. And it's going to pass end phase Conquistador, going to be banished to set a copy of Scarlet. And then pass this turn. For turn, he's going to draw a copy of Yugioh, which is definitely not bad. He's not going to be able to do a whole ton this turn, though. Battle phase, attack for 3,500. If he really wanted to, he could normal summon Ash and make Dante. I'm not really sure if that is the prime move here, but it's an option. Going to Link Summon for a copy of Artifact Dagda, and then use Golden Lord effect. That's going to send away Scarlet to summon itself, and then going to set the Yugioh. End phase, Scarlet going to banish to set Conquistador, and then pass turn. For turn, we get the top deck to Blue Sky. He needs Alistairs more than Mekk-Knights right now, because he already had the Mekk-Knights. Instant Fusion effect, that's going to grab the Thousand Eyes Restrict. I'm going to force out the Conquistador pretty fast here. Channeling 2 Dagda is going to be the case here in response to the Conquistador. So that's going to set Scythe from deck. And then the Thousand Eyes Restrict dies to the Conquistador. Looks like he's thinking, and just gonna scoop right there. Might have been worth playing out. It was gonna be hard to outgrind Eldlich from that position because his hand was what, Invocation and 2 Mekk-Knights. Oh yeah, I guess his Red Ice Fusion was already engraved, so he couldn't go for like Verte for Red Ice Fusion as like a backup. Yeah, so I think Mekk-Knight Invoked was probably just gonna lose that game. So moving now into game 3, both players tied. Looks like it's going to be BA Eldlich going first. And the opening hand for BA Eldlich is going to be Graph, Ash, Conquistador, Fiend Griefing, and Ice Dragon's Prison. This hand is quite slow, but it's not a bad one. It's going to take a while to get to each engine, but he has ways to get to both of them, with Graph and Fiend Griefing for the BA side of things, and then he has Conquistador, which is decent. No way to make Dante, though. And then for the Mekk-Knight Invoked hand, it's going to be Alistair, DD Crow, Ghost Spell, Purple Nightfall, and Meltdown. So he's prepared for a lot of the hate cards, and his hand's good. So yeah, this is one of the best opening 5 cards you could ask for in this particular matchup for game 3. He's just going to set 3 and pass. For turn, we're going to see a top deck Gamma Seal. Probably just to hit like IP or Beatrice. And it also sets up a column, obviously, for Mekk-Knights. Magical Meltdown going to be activated. That's going to grab for a copy of Alistair. Since I was so scared of Duster again. Yeah, that would have been crazy if Duster was there all 3 games. Normal Summon Alistair effect. That's going to add Invocation. Kind of surprised he didn't ash that. Just because, I mean, maybe he's playing around Triple Tactics talent, which is fair. Because he could rely on his traps here, which is not too bad. Going to set the Invocation. And then he's going to use Conquistador just to move it out of the column. And then Alistair going to turn itself into Almirage. And then special summon Purple Nightfall. Purple effect going to search for a Blue Sky. And then special Blue Sky, that's going to search a copy of the Indigo. And then he's going to link for a Nightmare Phoenix. That's going to pitch Gamma Seal to hit the Fiend Griefing, which will chain. That's going to target Alistair, which would normally be good. Maybe that's why he didn't Ash, because he could just deny the Invoked play. I do wonder what he's holding Ash for, though, because he didn't Ash like either engine. But he's going to send Farfa, and then Farfa going to hit the Phoenix. But yeah, I was saying the Fiend Griefing on Alistair would be good if he didn't have another Alistair right here. Invocation going to be used. That's going to banish the Blue Sky and send away the Alistair from hand. And then summon Mekk-Knight. Battle phase, Hcabe going to attack the Conquistador. Probably still worth it to play around Cerberus, putting it in the extra monster zone. Or like Junior transfers if you want to put it in the rightmost zone. I think most of the time, honestly, if you put it in the extra monster zone, like it's still hard for them to like use Geonator profitably, especially if it's in like this one. Very, very difficult. But regardless, we're going to see just a pass here. Phoenix is going to come back from the Farfa. And then anything else to activate? Not really, so he's going to have to top deck something pretty good. He's going to grab Trap Trick off the top. I do kind of wonder... Well, actually, banishing the Phoenix makes sense in hindsight. I'm just trying to think. Because it was in the same column as the Conquistador. And he knew he had the Indigo Eclipse, so he's trying to prevent Verite Anaconda. Which is reasonable. But yeah, not being able to send Skarm there definitely hurts. But then again, there's like DD Crow, so it wouldn't have mattered. Just gonna set Graph and then set Trap Trick and then pass. Conquistador at the end phase, that's going to... Oh, and a main 1. Ooh, he's gonna DD Crow the Conquistador. So that's not gonna allow him to tap into his Eldlich engine unless he Trap Tricks for Scarlet, which is like not what you want to be doing a lot of the time. It's an option though. He didn't keep the Graph in hand, so maybe he's not planning on using like Dynamiscus. But for turn we get to see a top deck Ash. There's actually no Invoked engine right now. So he's playing pretty much with these cards right here, which is not bad. He could also just at any time like turn any monsters into Verite, and that could just seal the game from there. Provided no interruption, of course. Standby phase, Purple comes back. And then he's going to be thinking, going to link summon for a copy of Verite. Yeah, he's going to have to respond to this somehow. But yeah, he's thinking on summon. I was going to say, definitely have to do something here. Okay, so he's actually choosing not to respond here. Maybe he just has nothing to toolbox off Trap Trick, which would be a little bit surprising. But yeah, if there's no Dynamiscus, then I guess there's not really anything to do here. Unless if he doesn't, like, I doubt he's playing any other ways to really directly remove a lot of cards. But he's going to go for Dragoon. And then Dragoon effect's going to hit Graph. On summon Dragoon, going to go for the Ice Dragon's Prison, targeting Dark Magician, and then Dragoon going to negate that. And then Trap Trick, gonna, yeah, go for another Ice Dragon's Prison because it's an activate once per turn, and this negates activations. So that's going to actually be Belled this time. Yeah, that's going to be rough. Yeah, this is definitely a game now. Yeah, Dragoon going to resolve to hit Graph. Like, it's not even worth to summon, like you could. But he's going to Ash that anyways, and then just proceed to battle phase, and this is exactly 7,000 damage. So that's going to be Mekk-Knight Invoked, taking it 2-1. I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered if he had... Well, I guess it would have depended on what he summons there. But he had Hcabe negate still, and it could just burn for an extra amount with Dragoon. But this was a game anyway, so it didn't matter. He had game no matter what there. Yeah, pretty interesting BA Eldlich deck. Just wasn't able to really grind. I don't think a lot of those hands were really optimal. Like the double Skarm game one was kind of awkward. And then Tour Guide is the only play is not really great just because it just gets stopped by literally any disruption. But I mean, the traps put in a lot of work. It's just they weren't able to carry this match because Mekk-Knight Invoked player drew very, very well. He had a lot of hand traps. He had the Invoked engine. Double Alistair too, which was nice. And Mekk-Knights too. So like everything was just lined up pretty favorably here. But that's going to be it for this match, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Also, if you guys want to ask these players for the deck lists, definitely go ahead and join the Discord because they will be in there, or these players are in the Discord. So if they're willing to share, definitely go ahead and do so. The tournament actually is over, and I'll be sharing deck lists not too long from now, hopefully, as long as I get around to recording these in a timely fashion. But if you want to ask for them earlier, definitely by all means go ahead and do so. But that's going to be it for the video. Leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comment section down below. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me via Patreon or TCG player. All the links in the description as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.